Hey, 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 hey. Oi. Bang andamat, bang andamat. Ori hadem na pori bhai. Bapi badan hangi oto ya rap dakakin hoi.
This is a movement to bring back and respect the indigenous practices and culture that is important to retain our sustenance in this world.
Our relationship with nature has been the one that has given us our culture, our knowledge, and also our language. And our forefathers also, through time, have evolved our sense of taste, a taste that is very much connected to our land and to the surroundings that we have us. But we do face challenge. We are today, and our young people are drawn by the dazzle of the fast food, the food that has nothing to do with our land and with our connection. And when we lose that connection, we will lose our language, we will lose our culture. Therefore, today, we want you all to be part of that system where we will enjoy the beauty of good, fair and clean, as the slow food movement has highlighted. Good is good in taste, clean is clean to each other, to the environment and to the world around us, and fair to the producer and the consumer.
I feel we can do so much of cooking just exchanging our recipes, by just exchanging our ingredients, that probably we don't need any other cuisine. I only sometimes wonder, why do we run after the fast food when we have such a rich culture? Our own food is so diverse that we don't need anything from outside.
So now we've come to another part of this program, and that is the community gift exchange. Bhutan. Okay, now we request our representatives from Bhutan.
Here we are going to give a demonstration of indigenous microorganisms and how it can be used for our land. One of the uses of this is you can use this to make compost and natural fertilizer in your field. So what we've talked about today is how do we preserve our indigenous microorganisms and then use them for improving the fertility of the soil. I believe that NESFES, as an organization which is endeavoring to bring indigenous people and the slow food movement into Meghalaya, must go a step further, and it is not from the seed to good food, but it is from good soil to good food.
So I shall start with making potato and banana chops. Say for about a kilo of potatoes, you need about 1.5 kilos of bananas, and about 800 grams of chopped onion. Now this is chopped ginger. Added the peanuts. I've added chopped coriander, which is fresh coriander. I'm adding some black pepper. Because the whole idea of this program is to have an exchange program. Maybe we learn something from you and you pick up something good. You see, it's always good to pick up the goodness from the other food and include and make that as part of your own cuisine one day.
Then there was a very important point raised by two of them people there. One was the thing that during the generation jump, like when these traditions, these culinary traditions are passed down from our forefathers to ourselves, there is not a proper cataloging done. So we lose out on a lot of culinary tactics that they have used to create this food, and we also lose out on a lot of food items that they created with their ingenuity, because again there is no proper cataloging.
Now I'm going to talk about two specific things. One is honey collection and the practices by the indigenous communities, and how we organized a community enterprise through this effort. On the other aspect here, what I have seen, the diversity of honey. I could bring 4 kinds of honey from South India and shared with the beekeepers and shared with the honey hunters. And it's an opportunity this platform has created, so that we could exchange the status of bees in Meghalaya today.
In my country, we eat it either with sauce, chili sauce, or you can. We normally eat it with a soup, or any kind of curry can do. And you can go with it, but it has to be something hot.
Tunang perkhat pukun ngin day bantiang nya ki jing e ngin say ki surba bon na yeng ipang nya ya le tus ngam ya na ko khun kat ba nang don hak po I mei ki tin jali ja ki sim bop ning na tin nu blei tunang perkhat pukun ngin day bantiang nya ki jing e ngin say ki surba bon na yeng ipang nya ya le tus ngam ya na ko khun kat ba nang don hak po I mei Kiktin jalija kisim bob ning na tinublay.
We are very rich in our food also, whether it is simple food, yet it is very simple food, but it is very nutritious, it is very healthy and also appetizing at the same time.
Festival kadai ka jing le kemen jongi ya kita ki jing don jing em jongi ki ba kameram el ka ai hangi.
This is a local fruit which is found in the village. It's called sockweed, and according to Pa here, he wants to preserve it because in today's day and climate, this fruit is becoming extinct.
Someone from Western Hills would like to nominate millet as our practice, because millet seeds are no more available, which were cultivated by our forefathers.
Kijhur kihep bat kisim kida kiba ngidai ban omlek lumaru ya kamay mariang kabang isyong isa ngidai ban riban tengkai ya ka tad hado bangin yo isi saya kata kajing ya trelang bat kajing ya simkialang.
food is one thing that's universal, and I think everyone has a good palate and they would enjoy indigenous food, slow food cooking. I think that's the best. We just need a stove, we need firewood, we need little bowls, we need meat, and we cook, and the food is really, really good.
Like for me, this cuisine was totally unexplored, and I'm totally overwhelmed by the kind of ingredients they are using, the techniques they are using, and it's such simple things and simple thoughts, but great food.
First of all, what we do is we marinate the fish with mustard and salt, and then we just par fry the fish. We don't make it a crisp. We just fry the fish. We keep it aside. Then we put some onions. First of all, we always use mustard oil in cooking fish. It brings out the true essence and aroma of the fish. And then we add the tomatoes. When tomatoes release the juice, it becomes a nice smooth paste. And then we put a little bit of water, put the fish steaks, and then we let it simmer for say 15 minutes. And then you put the coriander leaves and ginger. That's it.
Happy to be here for the Mera Moh this year, because I was here last year as well, and I can see how much we've grown in 1 year.
I don't know how many people have come. They've been there all day, and they've been eating all day, and they've been selling all day. And the type of food, I mean, every stall has a different food.
Now, why Slow Food has taken this path of focusing or encouraging the indigenous network within the Terra Madre network is because Slow Food realized that the indigenous people have the knowledge and have the wisdom that we can all learn from. And especially when it comes to food and agrobiodiversity, it is the indigenous people who will take us towards a more sustainable future.
As I see people coming and the number of young people who have come and the way they are enjoying themselves, I think this is a brilliant happening.